This is the arrest warrant for Richard Shahan filed in Tennessee, and that's exactly where the former minister is being held tonight until he is extradited back to Alabama. What's happening in these parts? Well, go ahead and take a look for yourself. Pretty much right now it's all clear with the exception of a few raindrops off and on. I can tell you the traffic isn't as bad as it was when we first arrived here on scene, but for the most part, traffic is moving pretty slowly here along 65. Well, police say the person responsible faces serious charges. Highland Avenue, this is one overpass, well, where police believe people are throwing objects and damaging vehicles. So far, 6 people have filed a police report. Here is the contract between new Superintendent Dr. Craig Pouncey and the Jefferson County School Board. If you're like me and you have to work outside in this cold weather, trust me, good idea to dress in layers. Another good tip for you, these right here, hand warmers. Things are moving along in the recovery process. Take, for instance, this home right here. The owners have covered the roof with several tarps. That's really the only way to describe it, Mike. It's an absolute mess. 3 offices damaged, carpet soaked throughout the building. You can see the snow is sticking to the grass, but that's certainly not the case for hard surfaces. Precautions are still underway here at UAB. Water filters will remain in place. Officials say they also plan to continue testing the water system. Live at UAB Hospital tonight, I'm Ashley Roberts, Alabama's 13 News. Agents uncover a chilling plot to rape, terrorize, and kill a child. We begin this morning with some breaking news out of New Jersey, where a police officer has been shot and killed. Officials say Officer Melvin Santiago was shot while responding to an armed robbery call at a Walgreens around 4 this morning. Jersey City's mayor says officers responding to the robbery call shot and killed the suspect. He calls the incident a horrible day for Jersey City and a tragic situation. We'll continue following that story.
We're not quite ready to make the change to springtime, unfortunately.
Just have to enjoy that sunshine while we can.
For a few days, exactly.
All right, thanks, Jerry.
You're welcome.
He's pretty hyper. We know he likes licking shoes.
Yes.
And he likes the ladies this morning.
Yes, he is a ladies' man.
So what else can you tell us about Trevor? You can enter your idea at dousaflavor.com. Okay, so we were talking about this a little bit yesterday.
Bacon, eggs, and grits.
Yeah, bacon, egg, or bacon, eggs, and pancakes. Apparently, young people aren't interested in becoming clowns, and the old ones, they're dying.
That's just
kind of depressing, yeah. I am not a clown person, especially after Stephen King's movie, It.
Oh, that's old
about
school.
The clown.
Yeah.
Our top story this morning, a prayer vigil was held last night for those affected by Tuesday's deadly apartment explosion in East Birmingham. Community members gathered at Marks Village apartment complex in Gate City to remember 40-year-old Tyrannese Mabry. 2 teachers at the same high school in Blount County are on leave regarding separate incidents with students. A woman and her stepson are dead this morning after a murder-suicide. Investigators believe that shooting stemmed from an ongoing domestic dispute. 40 million Americans, including people here in our area, may be victims of a massive credit debit card hacking scheme. And Target officials say customers will not be held responsible for any credit or debit card fraud. The company is offering, by the way, free credit monitoring services as well as 10% in-store discounts this weekend. We're live tonight in Birmingham. Live in Hoover tonight, I'm Ashley Roberts, Alabama's 13 News. After last night's storm, folks here in Bessemer aren't taking any chances. The weather is pretty much all clear now, but as we saw in the last 24 hours, that can all change in a matter of seconds. The calm and cleanup after the storm.
My name is Maureen Smoot, M-A-U-R-E-E-N, Smoot, S-M-O-O-T.
Maureen never dreamed a storm would wreak this much havoc on her home. She's a tenant at Timberline West Apartments in Bessemer. The people in this area did their best to prepare for the system, but this is the mess it left behind. The building damaged, the roof blown off many units, cars in the parking lot parked indefinitely.
My husband decided, let's go to my daughter's house, which lives in Hewitttown, and we decided to go over there to be on the safe side. I'm normally be the one that want to stay home.
Maureen says she's glad her husband put his foot down before the storm touched down.
We just got here, just probably a few minutes ago.
Especially after returning this morning and seeing all of this.
They blew out the boys' window on the side. We live on the opposite side. And the roof over on our bedroom, it took the whole roof off on that side over there.
From Memorial Drive to Princess Lane, the storm uprooted trees in Bessemer. Some fell in the middle of streets, others toppled homes.
They said it hit, but I didn't know it had hit this bad, on the other units.
Timberline tenants gathered their belongings, what's left anyway. Thankful they made it through Monday night's severe weather, bracing for the next round. And the Timberline apartment complex sits right behind UAB West Medical Center. I'm told a majority of the tenants who lived there before all of this damage, well, they're now staying down the road at the Bessemer Civic Center, which is now a Red Cross shelter. Live in Bessemer tonight, I'm Ashley Roberts, Alabama's 13 News. Well, this certainly isn't what you want to wake up to in the middle of the night, but when the fire started, instead of panicking, one little girl says what she learned about fire safety in school kicked in, and she was able to save her family. This fire is the reason a family lost their home, but faith and children are why they were able to escape and live to tell their story. 13-year-old Tatiana says her 6-year-old sister woke her up in the middle of the night.
She said, "Tata, it's a fire." And then that's when I had seen it, and then I got up and ran back down to my mom's room.
It was just starting, so I went to the kitchen to get some water, a bucket of water. By the time I made it back to the hallway, the fire was coming through the hall.
Mother Tanja Cox says her only thought was saving her children.
It was 2 of them I couldn't find, and I started calling for them, and they made their way to the door.
And the smoke was like getting to me, and I was like choking.
We all got on the back porch, and we had to jump. I jumped first, like 6 feet down, and then I started catching all the kids.
Tatiana shows me where they jumped. Blessed they made it.
Thank you, Lord, for not letting us burn up.
Partly because she feels responsible. She plugged in a space heater without her mom's knowledge and didn't unplug it. She asked her mom if this fire was her fault.
And I told her no.
And no matter what happens next, Cox says God got them through last night, made it possible for them to see the light of day. Now they'll pray and trust in God that everything will be okay. The family lost everything in that fire, so donations are greatly appreciated. If you'd like to help, visit our website, alabamas13.com. There you'll find the family's contact information.
All the excitement unfolded. Ashley?
Yeah, Ani, definitely a lot of excitement. You know, 16-year-old Haley Higdon, she received her prosthetic hand about 2 weeks ago. She can't do everything with it just yet, but that's okay because Haley says she's taking baby steps, and her doctors here at Hanger Clinic are making sure Haley continues moving in the right direction. Haley Higdon has a smile on her face that doesn't seem to go away, and she has a big reason to be happy. It's all because of her new computerized prosthetic hand.
I'm kind of excited that I could have it now. I've been waiting for like ever.
She's been waiting since January. That's when she got into a car accident and lost the fingers on her right hand. She had been using this cosmetic hand. Now she has an upgrade, and her doctor says she shouldn't have any problems adjusting.
She has 2 sensors. One of them is right here in the palm of her hand. The other one is right here on the dorsal surface on the top of her arm. And she just fires that muscle and closes her hand.
I picked up stuff with this. Like I picked up the ball, and I picked up a cup, and I grabbed somebody's nose and grabbed somebody's hair.
She can also shake hands, something she did with her mother for the first time using her prosthetic hand.
Feels good. I'm just amazed. When I first saw it, you know, I was like, I had no words. I posted videos on my Facebook page. I mean, I'm just totally amazed.
And Haley still has to go through occupational therapy. She says her goal is to learn how to throw a ball using her prosthetic hand. And after interviewing Haley and seeing her determination and courage, I'm definitely sure that will happen. And her doctors agree she's on the right track. So we definitely wish her good luck tonight. Live in Birmingham, I'm Ashley Roberts for Alabama's 13 News.